Hi, I'm Peter Bois, and in my STEM-infused magic show, Engineering Wonder, I make a bunch of lemons appear out of nowhere, and then I turn them into a real battery. And I'm going to show you the science behind turning lemons into batteries. So for some reason I have an obsession with lemon batteries because I made a lemon battery tower with 48 lemons. I'll leave a link for that video below. Today we're just going to use 4 lemons, so let's get into the science and the build of your lemon battery. To make your lemon battery, you're going to need 4 lemons. You're going to need some alligator clips. Then you're going to need a knife to make small slits into the lemons. You're going to need 4 zinc nails and 4 copper pennies. And your LED to light up to prove that there is electricity coming out of those lemons. An optional piece of equipment is the multimeter. A multimeter is a device that can measure different things about electricity. We're going to be measuring volts today and milliamps of our lemon battery. Before we get started on our lemon battery, let's try and understand the science of how a battery works. There are 3 major parts of a battery. The first part is its anode, which is the positive terminal. Then you have a cathode, which is its negative terminal. Inside the battery is a substance that is called the electrolyte. The electrolyte is a component that transfers ions carrying charged particles back and forth between its 2 terminals. So basically, a chemical reaction happens in the electrolyte of a battery that releases negatively charged electrons that flow when it's connected in a circuit. And a circuit is a closed loop that electrons travel in. The same basic process happens with a lemon battery. Inside of a lemon there is lemon juice, which is an acid, and this will act as our electrolyte. We are using a copper penny as our anode, which is the positive terminal, because copper is a very good conductor of electricity. We're using a zinc-covered nail as our cathode because the zinc will create a chemical reaction with the lemon juice called oxidation, and that will release negatively charged electrons. And when you connect the anode and cathode to the LED in a circuit, those electrons will flow, giving you a little bit of electricity and lighting up your LED. It is time to build your lemon battery. It's a good idea to roll your lemons on the table a little bit to get the juice loose inside. We need our terminals to make a connection with the lemon juice inside, which is the electrolyte, so push your negative terminals, which are our nails, negative for nails, into the lemons about halfway. Then grab your knife and cut slits in the lemons. This is where the pennies will go, which are the anodes. Go ahead and grab your pennies, which are the positive terminals or the anodes, and push them in about halfway. Make sure they're connecting with the lemon juice on the inside, but also sticking out enough so your alligator clips can grasp onto them. Then grab your alligator clips and start connecting the lemons in series. Series means you're going to be connecting the cathodes to the anodes, so the negative terminals to the positive terminals, which will wire all the lemons together. An easy way to remember it is negative nail to positive penny, negative nail to positive penny, negative nail to positive penny. After you're done connecting all your lemons together, you'll notice there are 2 terminals that have nothing connected to them, a positive and negative terminal. These are the terminals that we're going to connect to the LED. So add 1 alligator clip to the positive, red is for positive, and attach a black one to the negative nail. LEDs are polarized, which means they can only be connected in one direction. You'll notice that one pin is longer than the other. The longer pin is the anode or the positive pin, and the shorter pin is the cathode or the negative pin. So you have to connect positive voltage to the long pin, negative voltage to the short pin. And when you connect both terminals in a circuit with your lemons, you get a little bit of electricity. You can see a little bit there, but if we shut the lights off, you'll see it even better. Hey Siri, workbench off. That is so cool. It still amazes me how you can get electricity from lemons. It's a very cool experiment, and I hope you give it a shot. Exactly how much electricity are we getting out of these 4 lemons? Well, we can test that with our multimeter. First, let's test how many volts we're getting from the lemons. You're going to want to connect the positive terminal of your multimeter to the positive terminal of your lemon battery, and the negative terminal to negative terminal. It looks like we are getting about 2.2-ish volts of electricity from 4 lemons in series. Now let's measure the current that is being produced from these 4 lemons connected in series. we are getting about 0.03 milliamps of current out of these 4 lemons. There's another way to connect batteries together to get you a different result. This is called a parallel connection. This is when you connect all the negative terminals together and all the positive terminals together. You can see how the negative connections are parallel to the positive connections. They don't crisscross. That's why it's called parallel connections. Connect an alligator clip onto the positive terminal and an alligator clip onto the negative terminal, and we can test to see if 4 lemons in parallel will light up an LED. Remember, the anode of the LED needs to go to the anode of the battery, and the cathode needs to go to the cathode. And it is not lighting up that LED. Let's go ahead and break out the multimeter and see if we can figure out why. Let's connect our lemon battery to the multimeter and measure how many volts we're getting. Looks like we are getting about 0.51 volts of power from these lemons connected in parallel. If you remember back when we tested the voltage of 4 lemons connected in series, it was about 4 times higher. Red LEDs need 2 volts of power to turn on, so I think we found the problem. It's not getting enough voltage. Let's see how many milliamps we're getting. We're getting about 0.17 milliamps out of these 4 lemons in parallel. We can look back and see that we were getting about 0.03 milliamps out of 4 lemons in series, which is a little over 4 times less milliamps than we are in parallel. What this tells us is that if you connect batteries or lemons in series, you are just going to increase the voltage. If you connect them in parallel, you will just increase the current. And that is how you make a battery out of lemons. I hope you try it. I hope you experiment with it and have fun with it. And next time someone asks you to make a battery with lemons, you will know exactly how to do it. And you understand a little bit more about batteries. Here are some questions to consider when you're experimenting. How might changing the quantity of lemons connected in series affect the LED? How might changing the quantity of lemons connected in parallel affect the LED? How would the quantity of lemons connected in series affect the volts and amps produced? You can measure that with a multimeter. How would the quantity of lemons connected in parallel affect the volts and the amps produced? Again, measure that with a multimeter. Are there any other fruits or vegetables that could produce electricity? In other words, what produce can produce electricity? I hope you try this and make your own lemon batteries. It's a lot of fun. As you can see, it is not a magic trick. It's real science. You can get real electricity from lemons. I will see you in the next project.